Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I will be showing you guys my playthrough of 100 days. Now this series will be broken up into several parts because I do not yet have enough subscribers to make longer videos. So yeah, this will be the first 10 days of my Minecraft hardcore playthrough. Enjoy. I spawned in a forest biome. It wasn't the best spawn, honestly, on top of the mountain and everything, but I'll make it work. I immediately started going over and mining the trees so that way I could get wood before the inevitable night, which will most likely kill me. Thanks to the wood I got, I was able to start mining some stone to help me get basic stone tools before I went to the other side of the mountain, started mining coal, and where I was rudely interrupted by a sheep jump scare. And as you can see, I clearly panicked. But after I settled down from the initial shock, I went straight back to mining right where the sheep that hit me was. Obviously, not learning a lesson at all. After the initial shock of the sheep wore off, I went off to find actual sheep and kill them for food because I know those little bastards did not drop anything. Afterwards, I explored the forest a little bit further, found some pigs, and murdered them. But luckily, I also found a village on my first night. Oh my god, am I lucky. Now, this village also had a blacksmith. My luck is going up exponentially. This blacksmith had almost full iron. And I would like to say, right now, I am not cheating. This is a completely random seed. And all of that stuff, you do not get to comment anything saying that I didn't cheat or anything like that, because I didn't. I will show you guys the seed and the freaking video recording of me loading this up if you really want me to. As soon as I finished looting the chest, I went straight to bed, ending the first day of this playthrough. In the morning, I did what any rational Minecraft player would do. Go and loot every village chest in this village, stealing all of their possessions and all the goods and services so I could sell them back to them later. Then, while I was on my way to get the rest of the chests, the server crashed. It took me 5 minutes to get this thing back up and running, and by the time I did, I had forgotten all about looting the chests and decided to go mass murder the local cow populations. I know that's not the best thing for me to do, but I wanted leather because I wanted a lectern to get a librarian as soon as possible. So as soon as I got enough leather, I started crafting that baby, and might have screwed up a couple of times trying to figure out how to make it, but otherwise made it perfectly fine within the first few minutes of the day. Then found and isolated a villager and went for like 3-4 times trying to make this guy into a well villager before finally he gave me a mending book. A mending book of all things. Yeah, I'm lucky. You do not get to complain. So I, like the rational human being I am, decided to lock that guy up and never let him see the break of dawn ever again. After dealing with the villager, I decided to go explore instead of settling down and building a house like any normal person would do. And I also threw away the stonecutter for whatever reason. I then, after stealing my coordinates, ran all the way to a nearby mountain before settling down for the night because I did not want to get jumped by any monsters while I was exploring. I climbed up like the hill of the mountain to see the sunset, and oh my gosh, was it beautiful. But immediately afterwards, I hopped straight back down and went to bed. Day 3 started with me just exploring the woods, hopping around like a little jungle man I am, while also murdering any possible cows or pigs or anything I really came across for their goods. I later ran through a plain and found a ruined portal, and yet again, showing my extreme luck. Of course, I didn't have an iron pickaxe, so I decided to go, after setting up my camp, straight to mining in the nearby cave system to get iron so I can make an iron pick the following morning. As soon as I got enough iron, I went straight up and went straight to bed. Day 4 started with me grabbing some of the smelted iron that had smelted overnight and crafting a shield and a bucket instead of a pickaxe, which is why I went down there in the first place. But having a shield is very important, so I'm not complaining too much about that. But for whatever reason, I started noticing that my game had started to lag. So while I was waiting for the last of the iron to smelt, I ran to get some sugarcane, and then my game promptly crashed. And it took me the rest of day 4 to finally get it back up and running. Because this Minecraft server absolutely sucks. When I did finally get the server up and running, it had gone straight to day 5, in which I started by just going into the nearby cave systems and mining until I found a skeleton spawner in one of the caves. And I immediately lit that thing up because I did not want to die, as well as being the most cautious little person ever because I know these skeletons can be super deadly when they want to. After dealing with the skeleton spawner, I went straight back up to the surface to start gathering my iron and wait for the oncoming night so I can go straight to bed. And when it did finally reach the night, hopped straight into bed and got straight into the next day, in which I started by crafting a iron pickaxe so that way I can mine that pesky gold which has been sitting there bothering me for the past few days in this Minecraft playthrough. And as soon as I got that gold, I went straight back down to the cave systems so I could start mining and get as much resources as I can before I went back to the village. Right before the server crashed on me, yet again causing me to lose 3 minutes of playtime trying to fix this problem so I can continue playing. Once I finally got back onto the server, I realized that it was nighttime, so I decided to place a bed and go straight to sleep. Day 7 started with me getting straight back to mining the nearby coal, and after I was mining for a little bit, my game decided to crash on me yet again. This time it didn't take me that long for me to get back in, but when I did, all I did was finish mining the vein and gathered my stuff and started making the treacherous trip straight back to my village. I made it a decent way there. Night was beginning to fall, so I decided to set up camp and go to sleep. But before I was able to even go to sleep, my game decided to crash on me yet again. I am starting to think that this server is not built for me. When I finally got back, instead of deciding to go to sleep like my original plan was, I decided, you know what, screw that. I am just going to go straight back to running towards my village and completely forget about the night time, which most likely could have been the death of me if I wasn't so lucky. I was able to make it through this night and traveled most of day 8 until I finally found my village near the end of day 8. And it was at that point that I decided to go straight to bed and not worry about trying to fight any of the mobs which would be spawning during the night cycle. The beginning of day 9 started with me crafting all the sugarcane I got from my adventure into paper and selling it to the librarian so that way he didn't freaking change any of his trades so that way I could 100% get that mending book once I got enough emeralds. Once I had dealt with that, I went and started gathering all the clay I could because I know those mason villagers would trade those for emeralds. So during the process of collecting the clay, I found out that the game obviously hates me because it crashed it again while I was in the middle of gathering all the clay. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. It would really help me out. I am hoping to get over 1 million subscribers in hopefully by the end of the year. That's probably pushing it, but I have dreams, so. I will be uploading the next video in this series in a few days, so look forward to that, and I will see you guys next time.